Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is InsideAgameR. Welcome to X-Plane 12. It's been a few weeks since we've flown X-Plane 12. Welcome to Simply Connect Virtual Airlines as well. Here on our weekly flight. We're currently sitting at EGNX East Midlands. There was ATC, but he moved literally as I thought, he's only just gone online. I thought we'd be okay. And literally as I planned the route and the flight and did all the work, he moved himself to Leeds Bradford. Obviously must be busier up there than here. It is what it is. So we've got no ATC unfortunately, but we are on Vatsim. We are heading off to France. We're going to LFBH. We're going to La Rochelle. Should be a nice easy flight. About hour and 20 minutes or something like that. James, good evening. Imran, Stormo, good evening. Random username, good evening. Glenn B, good evening. Count Davies, good evening. Glenn Bixley, good evening. Yeah, I had a little bit of a problem with the aircraft. Yeah, let's not go into that too much, as always. So this is a fresh install of X-Plane 12 because my other one just completely messed up. So I've had to kind of like re-download everything. It's been a bit of a pain. So I'm going to try and use SAM 3. Oh, okay, I haven't. I think it's just in capitals. Maybe it's not in capitals then. Okay, maybe you want my number. Okay, hang on. We have to go get the number from SimBrief. Oh no, SimBrief username is there. That's fine. Okay, we should be able to import from SimBrief. Like I said, I'm going to use SAM 3. I haven't used it in a long time. So EGNX, this is great. This hasn't downloaded my SimBrief flight plan at all. Okay, so it looks like this is not working particularly well. But we could fit it in ourselves. Is it worth fitting it in ourselves, though? I don't think I've got my ground handling plugged in, do I? No. I've got so many add-ons missing here. Let's just see if we put it in. Let's just see how much work I have to put in. L, F, Bravo, H. Ooh. No, that's all completely wrong. So SAM 3, unfortunately for today, we're just going to scrap. Let's just scrap SAM 3. I'll have to have a look at it again. If you had tech issues with the plane, I think I'll do board and wait for the next one. Well, I've got no stairs. I don't even know how you're getting on right now, to be honest with you. It's a bit unfortunate. I don't have my ground handling plugged in. Yeah, I haven't added it yet. I have to re-download it, so bugger it. But anyways, you're here with the Airbus A319. It's been a while since we've flown an Airbus. Been a while since I've flown full stop, really. Just getting a refreshing beverage. There we go. Okay, so there's a few of us flying tonight, I believe, on the VA. Let's have a quick little nose. See who is flying, doing the flight with us. At the moment, we've got Stormo and myself. I think Count Davies and Jamesy are joining us as well. Okay, so look, let's get into the cockpit. Okay, AviTab's working. So a few things have changed since the last time I've flown EGNX. Since I've flown the Toliss, to be honest with you. So quite a few updates. Let's go to the airport. Okay, so we're at slot 10. We are on, yep, we're definitely on the Vatsim network. Okay, so we're taking off from 27. Pretty straightforward taxi. Everything else that's going on. Okay, so we need to go get some power. So we've got to go to the ISS screen. Ground services. So we've got chocks. External power is actually on the floor, so that's good. Good. Hopefully, no, hang on. This has its own stuff now, does it? Oh, okay. I did not know that. There we go. Show catering truck. Let's just see what that does, because I didn't even know it did that anymore. Yeah, so everything else should be good. Look at that, Toliss actually has their own ground handling now. I didn't know that. Glenn, come back. You can get on the plane. Nah, you got plenty of time. So there we go. We got some baggage handling happening. SAM 3 usually does all of that, but alrighty. So let's go up above then. So we want to put the batteries to on. External power can go to the on position. We'll flick on our fuel pumps. We're going to align the ADIRs. Emergency lighting to arm. Auto on the smoking. Seatbelts can be boarded, I suppose. Crew supply to the on. Whoa. Martin Shaper has just become a member. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. I lost where I was now. We can put the nav lights on. The wing light can go on. We'll throw the beacon on, because technically we are fueled, I think. We'll find out in a second. That should do that. So I'm assuming now that the weight and balance is done via this. Okay, so does that just change it on here? No. Okay, 10:13, runway is wet. Anti-ice is engine and wing because of the wet. We will be doing a thrust. Let's compute that. Oh, I've got to put in EGNX. EGNX. There we go. No, apparently not. We're going to be going from runway 27. So, how do we actually force that on board? I find that a bit weird. Okay, so obviously everything's still done via this then. Alrighty. So fuel for today is 6,100. We are supposed to be about 55 or about 100 passengers. 54. Maybe we'll put a few more. There we go. 5,500 is our zero fuel weight. So I'm just going to take note of that. It's 55.2 with a 28.9 CFG. No problem. Okay, that should be the plane loaded at least. The other thing I should have done was pass the line. Why do we do that? Quick de-icing, animated de-icing. Where is the quick oh my. Where's the quicker line? Oh, here it is. It's in the one that I didn't expect. Okay, so we're gonna just turn up our screens here. They're a bit dark. Start playing PC Building Simulator 2. Nice. Adrian, hello. Bloody hell, where have you been? Still, it's not raining at the gate in Microsoft, which is interesting. I was hoping for a wet takeoff. Well, I've got real weather on, and apparently I'm raining, so I don't know. Somebody is wrong somewhere. Just who knows where, right? Alright, let's just turn up the bits and pieces here. That should be good. Alright, let's have a look at this flight plan then. Why the hell not? Okay, init page. Init request. Okay, so EGNX LFBO, that's all fine. That's actually, oh no, SIT 7742, that's correct. Cost index of 5. We're going to be cruising at 380. So that's good. We can request our winds. That's fine. So we got the wind. And then with the next page. God, it's so weird when you haven't flown a plane in so long. Block fuel 6.1 should be enough. Zero fuel weight is just under what I was actually given. Which is fine. So if we go to the flight plan then, let's go to EGNX. Hang on. Okay, yep. EGNX, we're going to go to departure. We're going to be going from 27. We're taking the Ditty 3 November departure. Like I said, I do have Vatsim on. But we don't have anybody online that I can see. Heathrow does. Alright. Anyways. So we're taking you. Let's insert you. Why have we got a runway mismatch? Okay, I'm gonna put this in for a second just so we can see ILS 27 coming in on the Luso 6. There you go. Novaya. Okay, no discons. That's what we like to see. Okay, so we do get the rotation speeds now done on this, don't we? So let's have a look. To performance. Just making sure that's all correct. Yep. So we're going to be a 1F departure. We're thrusting at flex at 67 V1 108. So 108 for our V1. Rotate speed is going to be 129 today. 129. And V2 is a 131. We're going to be at flaps 1. And we're flexing to 60 something, wasn't it? I've already forgotten the number. 67. Nelly Glenbly's favourite number. There we go. Spud Moto Flock, just subscribe. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Okay, is this all done now? I think so. I don't need to do the other page anymore. It fills it in for you. Okay. What we'll do is have a quick little look at the flight plan. It should be a straight out and down. It looks like that is going to be the case. Nice and easy. Looks good. Flight plan is okay. Right, we're going to bring that in. Flight director's on. QNH is 1013 on the ground currently. That's fine. We got no ATC, so I'm just going to fling it straight up to 380. I'm not sure why we need to go so high today, but it's what they've asked for, so that's what we're going to do. Landing performance, I need to go get ATIS later. We'll do that a little bit later on. Okay, so we should be good to go up above. Actually, no, the other thing I need to do quickly is just transponder number here. I'll do, and we're going to go on to TARA because we're on the ground. It's on auto, that's fine. Just so you guys know, I am using the throttle quadrant. And all good, it looks like it's working. Oh, it's raining now, that's good. No, that's good. It means it wasn't too wrong. Okay, so the plane's actually finished boarding. Sweet. Doesn't look like it's raining from the outside, does it? I should have turned on the APU ages ago. Whoopsie. Waiting for the flap to open. Turn up these lights while we're waiting. Okay, flap is open. Kickstart the APU. Now, does the better pushback work with this yet?
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Okay, APU still just kicking in. Okay, APU is now going to the on. External powers are coming off. Let's take up some of this stuff here. Ground services. So chocks can come off. External power can now go away. That's all on, but that's done. That's fine. Okay, we should be good for pushback here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, while we're waiting, we can just do a quick flight control check. Nope, not allowed to do that yet.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Off we go. Hey, Mads, good evening.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Well, there's a lot of smaller aircraft that already are electric.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, so engine to ignition. Pushback is started. We'll fire engine 2. Okay, so probe heats, anti-ice, gonna throw it all on. Okay, we can fire engine 1. SIT0124 or 134. Yeah, as soon as I get in the air, I will put you back on, mate. Nothing worse than speeding up a flight.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, parking brake is on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Oh, hang on, we got some people on Vatsim here now, so I have to announce what I'm doing. Oh, it's a new install. I don't have a push to talk button. Hang on. There we go. Quite noisy on the outside, isn't it?
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, flaps to 1. We're going to arm the spoilers. We're also going to auto brake to maximum. That's fine. Okay, I've got nose wheel steering. Got no brake that I can think of. Don't know what button the brake button would be. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's throw on taxi lights, runway turning lights. East Midlands traffic, simply 7742, taxiing to runway 27 via Victor, holding short at Alpha 1. Alright. Quick flight control check. Whoa, that brake button is insane. Okay. Oh, EGNX ground has just come online. Funny that, now that we're moving. Uh, 12190. And 905. Okay, we're gonna move to TR only. Didn't realise that my microphone was off. Sorry, guys. East Midlands traffic, Sydney 7742, line up runway, ready to take off. 27. Okay, we're gonna have a rolling start. Sorry guys, didn't realise that my microphone was turned off there. It's because I was coughing. Just going through the last few pre-checks anyways, nothing special. When did Toliss make this happen? They've actually done so much to this aircraft. Right. Okay, engines up to 40. We're going to be rolling, starting here. Okay, V1. And rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Okay, we're down to thrust climb. We're gonna start picking up some speed. Flaps are in. Okay, let's kick in the AP. Already through at 3,000 feet, so we can go to standard pressures. They're synced on both sides. We're going straight up to 38,000. All should be good. Chat's gone quiet. Have you all died? Shame there's not much of a view for us. As you can see, we do probably have icing conditions, so... Right, we can tidy up the aircraft a little bit. We can hope that the weather is nice in La Rochelle. Probably going to be quite dark by the time we get there. Okay, through 8,000 feet. Yeah, the Toliss have always done a good job with their planes. I've always loved the Baby Bus. The A319 is one of my favourites. I've not brought the A320 because I have the flight factor one, even though I know this is going to be probably better, but I can't see the point of having two A320s in my thingy-my-bobby. My hangar. Okay, we're at a constraint currently at 9,000 feet. 321's your fave? Yeah, I haven't tried the 321 in ages either. I'll have to download it and maybe fly that one next. Okay, let's put it out a little bit then. Planes get serviced quite a lot, yeah. So every so many circulations of the engine or so many hours flown. It's just like buses and trucks and stuff, like they all have to have certain inspections and stuff every like so much. Did you hear about the maggots on the Delphi? No, I didn't. Okay, we're on the climb again now. Okay, so just past 10,000 feet. Hey, not bad, not bad. Hi mate, how you doing? Jordan? Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Nice chill stream tonight. Okay, so who's actually flying tonight? We've got Will, Count Davies, myself and Stormo. Stormo's in the lead. I'm just behind. Will's taxiing by the looks of things, and Count Davies has just taken off. As we head to Rochelle. Yeah, it's not great weather, is it? We're going right through the cloud here. Good weather in La Rochelle, so that's good news. Yeah, 57 FPS, 64. It's pretty good FPS as well. I don't know yet. Okay, looks like we're going to finally get above this cloud, maybe. There you go, just gone past Coventry towards Oxford now. And we'll start making a turn. You can see there is an aircraft here at flight level 310. It looks like he's climbing as well. Hey, Overkill Game, just subscribe, thank you mate, much appreciated. Well, they said never say never. They said they might come back eventually, but for now, obviously, you know, they're exclusive to Microsoft Flight Simulator now. It is a shame because, you know, they were supposed to be doing the A380 for this. Yeah, I just moved the time back a little bit because I wanted daytime, but we'll probably be landing into nighttime, probably. I've noticed that the latest update on X-Plane 12, a lot of the anti-aliasing stuff has been fixed as well. It's definitely running smoother. Hey, Nick just subscribed, thank you mate. Okay, so we're now above the clouds, so I'm going to turn off the anti-ice, but I'm going to keep the probe window heats on for now. It's a bit crap up there though. That doesn't deafen us out here.
Today, fire 1 Romeo Papa Stand 207 Tango 1017 November push. 1 Romeo Papa Dublin ground to the push is start approved unit 101. Everyone, Dublin push approved, fire 1 Romeo Papa. Romeo Papa set squawk 6647.
Interesting that I'm on 122.8, but I'm picking up.
From squawk, I was given 6640. Everyone, Romeo Papa squawk 6647. 647.
I think because this one was on as well. Yeah, must have been. We were picking up that radio. Transport Fever 2, I kind of go on and off through phases as well. Don't mind it. Oh look, Man City are winning, of course. And no taxi light aircraft was taxiing 26 knots. God's sake. Hey, we're looking alright here now. Got a bit of a crosswind. No, I just saw the score pop up. Seeing if there's anything interesting going on in the world. I'm really hungry for some reason as well. I don't know. They screwed up against Chelsea there the other day. Chelsea, but I have no idea why. God. Did I see your win streak in the championship? No. I actually forgot Southampton got relegated. How are you guys doing down there? Oh, bloody hell, Shannon's open. The one time I don't fly from Ireland, we got coverage all over Ireland, of course. Leeds horrendous, hope you're not a Scum fan. 25 games on B, yeah, it's not bad. Are you top of the league then, are you? You must be. To be honest, I haven't seen any championship football yet so far this year, if I'm honest. Okay, let's make sure everything's tidied up. We're nearly at 380 now, which is good. Everything else is looking good. One thing we should do is get our airport charts up for our landing. We are landing in Lima Foxtrot Bravo Hotel. There we go. Small airport. Okay, we're going to be doing an ILS. Jamesy, do you want me to do an RMP, which is an RNAV? You said you didn't really know how to, so basically how you do it in an A319 is the same as an A320. And like I said, nothing really changes. It still has a glide slope, but just before minimums it disengages basically. So you just have to be ready to take control. Okay, we'll do the RMP then. So we're going to do an RMP. The Luso 6 Mike. No via insert. Okay, so there's no discons. We do need to do the performance page though. Okay, I've already got the data for there. Let's have a look. Okay, so QNH is 1029. Let's get this filled in. 1029. Outside temperature is 9 degrees. Wind is currently variable. At 0.3 knots, so it's continuously changing. What are our minimums? Okay, so we should be landing at 145. Jesus Christ, we're already hitting top of descent. $2,500 we need to go down to. So yeah, it's a non-precision, but the weather currently there is no clouds, so we can do a non-precision approach, so that's okay. You think watching Southampton's painful? Yeah, I'm up at 380. So yeah, basically the RMP is exactly the same. The only difference is like so when you press approach, it'll bring you down the glide slope, but it just disengages for you once you kind of get close. So what I'll do today, instead of disengaging at 1,000, I'll let it run all the way down till it disengages, so you can see. I wish YouTube could be a bit more like Twitch where we can play music when we're up here. Yeah, I'll be up tomorrow morning watching the Grand Prix testing. Looks like we're going over the channel now. Can't believe the FPS is so good now. There we go, yep. There you go, we're already nearly in France. YouTube's copyright claim thing is ridiculous. VOR approaches are harder. They are, but generally people won't use them as much. Maybe in smaller aircraft, more GA than jets, to be honest with you. It does depend on the airport as well. If the airport doesn't have the correct stuff, then. But most airports now that have jets going in and out generally have the correct stuff. And a lot of GA aircraft, or a lot of even private jets that have to do a VOR approach, if the weather's good enough, they will cancel their flight following once they're down to visual flight rules, and then they'll just come in on visual flight rules, VFR, because they don't really like doing VORs either. I don't think anybody does. Hey, Crystal just subscribed. Thank you. If you are watching, probably not, but if you were. Tanks a million, as they say. You can use non-copyright songs, but I tell you now that they're getting picked up by big companies now. It's not worth it. How tricky it was to learn navigating and planning a route. I feel like that'd be the hardest part, and maybe meteorology. I'll be honest with you, my hardest exam for me probably was meteorology as well. Because it's just all the cloud names, you know, Sirius Stratus, Nimbus, friggin' Cumulus, and oh my god, yeah, and it's very easy to get them confused. But the exams are literally like 25 questions. You have to get 70%. They're not that hard. A lot of it is common sense. They make it seem harder than it really is for whatever reason. Planning a route. So when you plan, obviously I fly mainly VFR. Now I will do my instrument training properly at some point, but at the moment virtual flight rules is all I'm allowed to fly. So I have to have X amount of visibility of, you know, 3 miles, up to 1,000 feet ceiling, blah blah blah. So when I plan a route, it's very simple. You have to get a few things. So you can get a map. I would show you how to do it, but the map is pretty big and my bag is on the other side of the room. But basically, my hair's sticking up now. So basically, you know, you can draw a line from A to B. And with your ruler, with the map, you can see how many miles it is, how many nautical miles. Okay, So then on another piece of paper with a flight computer protractory thingy, which is a square. It's a square. You know what? Let me just go get it. Ugh. So to do VFR flight planning, to work out what heading you need to be on for X amount of time due to wind and other conditions, you have one of these. It's a little flight computer. It's basically a protractor, and this is what you're going to use mainly. You also need a proper flight ruler for your map. So you got nautical miles 1500. I think, yeah, or 1250. So then you need a map. Now to fly legally, you have to carry a map at all times with you. And this map is freaking huge. Okay. And it's one of those maps you can draw on and stuff, you know. It's not too bad. So when I fly around here. Newton Ards mostly is where I do most of my flying. And say if I was going southbound to an airfield down here, I don't know, somewhere in Newry maybe, you know, I could do a line from there to there, and using my ruler I can work out that because of the map I'll be flying that's about 60 nautical miles. Happy days, it's not too far. But then you need to go get the weather report for that airport, my airport, and using them, using this protractory thingy, we can put in the wind, the speed, and you can work out basically everything: your heading, your speed, your fuel burn, everything using this. Basically, it is quite simple. It's hard to explain without actually having a piece of paper and being able to show you. If I had a camera down, it'd be different. I could show you, and that would give you your heading that you need to fly for X amount of time with that wind. So you got to always factor the wind in, and you would get to your destination in that timed zone if you're going X amount of speed. It's quite easy, to be honest with you. And that's basically the nav exam. The worst thing about the nav exam is basically he gives you a map. He'll give you a load of where he wants you to go, waypoints, and basically it just asks you like 3 or 4 times to work out the speed, the heading, the fuel burn, all this kind of stuff. But like once you kind of get used to it and you've done it a few times, it's not too bad. It's actually quite easy. But yeah, it's not too bad. I think the one that people get quite hung up on as well is the flight law exam, because depending on what you're doing, even if you say you're gliding or if you're doing micro-gliding or doing your PPL, the exam is the same. So there's rules for a lot of different categories in the same thing, and that can throw people. Say if you only want to do one certain thing, you'll know your rules off by heart, but you need to know the general rules, and you know how high you can go, how high do you have to be over the tallest buildings over a town, all this kind of crap, you know. It's not too bad though, you'd be surprised. People always worry about those 7 exams. I say don't worry. I mean, I had one book that had all of them in it, and then what I did, I downloaded an app that had them, that basically had like practice questions, and it gives you like all your, you know, how well you're doing, gives you the answers, explains the answers, the ones you got wrong, and once you've done that about 100 times, sweet as a nut. That's how I did with all my car and my truck stuff as well. when it came to those theory tests and all that kind of stuff. Just get the disc and download an app, and that's it. It's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. Like I said, if you don't overthink it, make it a big deal. I mean, you can fail it, and if you do it again, it's exactly the same test if you're doing it. Now, I was quite lucky. My instructor is my examiner. He has the qualifications to do all the exams as well as the flight exam, so he did everything for me. I didn't have to go to somebody else. So before we sat the exams, he put me through like loads of questions, and a lot of them were ones that came up possibly. And you know, once you run through it like 10 minutes before you sit down and actually do the exam, it's all there. You know, it's 20 questions, and you can get like 4 or 5 wrong, but a lot of it is common sense. It is a lot of it just common sense. Yeah, overall it's not too bad. Anyone can do it. Anyone can pass it. And the other thing I did is I didn't sit every single exam on the same day. What I did is book lessons, and if the weather was too bad to go up, I did exams, but I never did more than 2 in a day, really. I think one day I did 3. But because I did air law, I did the mechanics one because I knew that one quite well anyways, and I did 3 on the first day. Then I did the meteorology and the other one together, and then the last one I did was the nav, and I did that on its own because again it was a little bit more complicated, as in you had to do the charts and stuff, so I had to go through a few of them. He gave me some testers to kind of get me flowing. But yeah, just don't sit all of them on the same day. If you sit all of them at the same day, yeah, you're gonna frazzle yourself. The exams are only 20 quid, you know, they're not expensive. So, and a lot of schools do ground schooling. They say, oh, you know, we'll give you 3 days of ground schooling and pay us 500 quid. Don't do it. Just do the exams yourself. Just literally buy some. Like I said, there's a book that has it all in. Bought the book. Get an app that has all the questions and the breakdowns, and the one that I used had videos and all sorts of cool things explaining stuff. There's a lot of free stuff on YouTube explaining each individual module. Basically, it'll give you most of the information you need. But yeah, I don't recommend for the beginning stuff. Like ATPLs are different, but the beginning PPL stuff, I wouldn't recommend anyone to really pay for ground school at unless you want to put a load of money into it. It's up to you, but you really don't need to. They might not like it because, you know, that's easy money for them. But yeah, I highly recommend you just do all the learning in your own time, in your own accord. And when you book your exams, don't do all of them on the same day. Then it's easy. And you're able to pick and choose what you want to do. So I told them which ones I wanted to do. I revised. I did them. Went away for a month or 2. Because you know you can do them at any point. The only thing is you need to have air law done before your solo. Air law is the first one you have to have done. Okay, we are at top of descent. We are now on the descent path into La Rochelle. So yeah, so that's kind of like the main thing. Do your air law first, because you can't do your solo until you've done that one. That's the only one you have to do. So say if you just knock that one out of the way first, you can start your solo, you can start your, especially like me, I did my license over quite a period of time. I don't necessarily recommend that. If you can obviously bulk buy lessons, the more you're in a plane, the easier it becomes, you know. I was taking 2 or 3 months out, and then I needed a good kind of hour of touch and goes to get the feeling back again and remembering everything, and then I'll be away for a month or 2, come back, you know. then you know, then I had to spend an hour to get used to everything again before I went off and did other things. If you can bulk do it, obviously it's easier, but if you're doing it the other way, just do all the ground stuff yourself. Save yourself a bunch of money. Okay, as we are descending down, we can put the QNH in. It was 10:29. We're going to put the auto brakes to low as we make our way down. Yeah, you know, it's like riding a bike though. Like, you don't forget how to do it. It's more of it's like the basic stuff, like the speeds to come in on an approach. You know, your best glide speeds. You know, your best climb speeds. It's just, and getting that feeling again. That's the worst thing, like I said. So every time I was away, but then I still did mine with minimum hours. So it shows you that you don't. You know, I would have had to do it anyways, and you just got flying. Yeah, gliding can be a good way to get into it, or microlighting. Microlighting, because you can also use your microlight hours towards the PPL. Well, now I don't know about New Zealand, but in Europe, anyways, the ESA flight stuff, you can use those hours, and that is a cheaper way than going straight to Cessnas and stuff. And you can use those hours to convert. There's loads of other ways than just paying for a PPL. So I'd always recommend anyone that wants to get into it, look into microlighting, 3-axis microlighting. Not the flexi ones. I'm talking about, these are the sturdy ones, the 2-seater planes. It's the cheapest way to build your hours. And then, like I said, once you've got that, you can convert it with just a few hours, type differences, and a GST. And then that way, it actually works out a hell of a lot cheaper. But look, if you can glide and stuff, and you're already doing gliding, like, you're gonna have no issues really flying a plane. It's in some ways, a plane, I'd say, is probably easier because, you know, there's an engine on the front. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know about what the gliding brings to it, but I know that the microlighting, definitely you can put your hours towards your PPL. The laws and the rules, there's so many bloody grey areas. You know, the difference in this side of the world is, if you were to do a microlighting per hour, you're looking at between £80 and £100, depending on the school, probably, per hour. Okay? If you were to do that in a Cessna, you're looking at about £150 to £160 per hour. So you think about microlight minimum hours is I think it's 25 hours for the restricted license, I think. I can't remember now off the top of my head. So yeah, basically a microlight runs on the same petrol as your car. So it is cheaper to run per hour, it burns less fuel. They're only 2-seaters. But there's literally like no difference. It's all the same, the theory's the same, everything. That's why you're allowed to use them to convert. So basically, you could go that route. You'd save yourself probably maybe £2,000, and then to convert it, once you've built up some time in it on your own, is next to nothing. Then you literally you go in with an instructor in a Cessna, and you know, you do your type difference. You need a couple of hours, obviously different things with like mixtures and stuff, but it's not that hard to get your head around. But you've done everything else, you see, so you can use those hours, and it's a straightforward move up to the next license, and you save yourself so much money. And you'll probably find you won't need more than 2 seats, because even Cessnas, even though they can carry more weight, balance, you know, you got to be careful of how far you're going, how much fuel you take, the weight of the people, a lot more calculations, you know. Two-seaters, literally, you can pretty much put anybody in it and you're fine. A tug license to tow gliders. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's something a little bit different. Oh, 0124. Okay, hang on. I'll get you re-added now. Yep, here you are. Okay, there you go. Adrian, you should be now. You should be back on. You just basically click their name, and it says they're on leave. You just click the box and put it to active, and just press save. It's very easy. Alright, let's have a look where we are on this flight then, as we're heading down at 2400. Okay, that's good. We are doing the RNAV approach. Briefing is already kind of done, I suppose. All should be good. Simply 7742 descending down to flight level 250 for RNAV approach, runway 27 into La Rochelle. Also, if you wanted to get into microlighting and then you got your license and you're happy, you can buy a microlight for, you know, anything between 5 and 12,000 for a decent one, where a plane you're looking at 100,000. So there are also the differences as well. A lot of people go that way because of that. Fuel burn, you're just burning normal fuel for your car. You usually get about anything between 15 to 20 litre burn an hour. Most tanks hold about 60 litres at full. So you get about 4 hours, depending if you had tailwind as well. If you have a headwind, obviously not so good. Walter Ooms, just subscribe. Thank you, mate. Okay, we're going through the clouds again, so we are going to throw the anti-ice back on in case we get icing conditions. So basically the wind is variable, it's changing direction all the time. I just put 360 because it's top of the compass, basically. So 360/03. Because basically it's so low that it's just variably changing. There's no real wind, to be honest. What's my opinion on AI? What about AI? I don't really have an opinion on AI, to be honest. Yeah, here's La Rochelle. I think the airport's out here somewhere, though. Or you can put 000. It doesn't really matter. You can do it either way. Northwest of the town on the coast. Yeah, I thought it was on the coast. Somewhere up here, innit? Been watching Band of Brothers recently, so that's why I fancy going into France. That was the reasoning for tonight. Okay, down to 1600. Yeah, the FPS is really good in this now, isn't it? Here you go, Count. I think it might be time for you to come to X-Plane 12 now, no? The last updates made great improvements to the lighting again, and the anti-aliasing. There was a lot of issues with that for ages. They seem to have conquered that now. I am not running Navigraph at the same time. Navigraph, I'm just using the Navigraph that's in the Avi tab. I don't see the point of running Navigraph when I've got everything in the plane. I don't get the stutters on landing. The only thing that X-Plane's missing is a lot of freeware airports still, but I actually find a lot of the default airports are actually pretty decent. We'll see what La Rochelle looks like. The other thing I like about X-Plane 12 is you get to pick what you want to download scenery-wise as well, so you don't have to download the whole world anymore. If I just fly in Europe and America, just download them, so you don't have to do everything else, you know. Yeah, the Phoenix A319 would be good. I mean, it's just an A320, but a bit squished. X-Plane's always had better, but we're not running on Bing maps and stuff, you know, that's the other thing you gotta remember. Even though everything is improved from 11. But I'm running this bare bones, I'm not using any other add-ons at the moment. We're at 10,000 feet? Oh yeah, already. Okay, so we're at 10,000 feet. Landing lights back to the on position. We can turn the anti-ice off. Icing conditions should be okay now. Don't get me wrong, I like Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm playing both. But there is something about X-Plane that I do prefer. You play a far better game than last night, and the viewing figures slump. Yeah, look, Rob, it's just one of those things, you know. People like it when I play the silly simulation games. It's always been the way. Nobody likes planes, apparently. But I won't stop. Always do my weekly flight. Yeah, I was running a beta, and then they upgraded the beta, and for some reason the installer just kept crashing, so I had to just delete it and reinstall X-Plane 12. Like I said, I like both. I prefer the lighting and the colours in this one. I find Microsoft Flight Sim a bit too in-your-face colours. I like both. I like both. There's pros and cons to both of them, like always. And I'll always fly both, so. You see, this is the thing, I don't have high-speed internet, so yeah, mine not as good as it could be or what others probably look like. I mean, X-Plane are getting there now with the airports and stuff. There's quite a few freeware ones out there now, and a lot of payware stuff, obviously, but it's not looking too bad. Elite Dangerous. God, I haven't played that game in ages. I actually turned on Enshrouded today just to see what it was like. They sent me a key last week and I actually quite enjoyed it. It was alright. In Ireland, it does feel like dial-up internet, I tell you. Okay, so the airport should be... I don't see no lights or anything. I think it's further on the other side there, isn't it? Okay, so, Jamesy, so the RNAV approach basically is the same as you can see here. All I'm going to do is press the approach button like normal, and it will go down the glide slope, but once it gets to its minimums, it disengages automatically, so you have to land the plane. Basically what it's going to do. I'll let it go all the way down. Well, basic install of this is only about, I think it was about 32 gigabytes. So compared to Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is nearly 500 gigabytes and one, it has a whole SD to itself now. Yeah, it's nothing in comparison. Ah, over the water. Okay. We're directly in line with it anyways. Yeah, with all my airplanes and add-ons, Microsoft Flight Sim is sitting around 490 something gigabytes at the moment. This is 32 for the base. I think between all my planes and stuff, there's probably another 10-15 gigabyte, and a couple of airports I got because you get free upgrades. So all the airports I had Stansted, Gatwick, Dublin, Edinburgh. I think there was another one as well. No, you don't need to do anything. The plane will do it for you. So you see here, it's NDA. So before it gets to the runway, this is basically your minimums. You'll have to decide to carry on or go around. So we'll carry on. So basically, just before you get to the floor, it'll disengage. Now there are 3 different minimums there for different reasons, obviously. Ours is about 200. So 200 meters off the ground, we can decide to do something different or not. So basically, just be prepared to fly the plane like normal, let it go down, it'll go meep, 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 and then you just bring it in. I don't think you need to disengage the flight director. Right, can we see the airport now?
2,500.
Nope. Well, we'll see in a minute, Adrian. I don't think the flight director needs to, because I think you use it as a guide still. I don't think it matters. I don't know, maybe. Been a long time since I've done an RMP. When are we supposed to FBH 27? So literally here. Oh, my Omsi's ridiculous as well. It's like 390 something. What mods? I'm using X-Pilot, Avitab, Better Pushback, Sam, Skuntcraft's X Camera, and Toliss at the moment. They're the only ones I got plugged into it. There's not many other ones that need to go in either, to be honest with you. I have the, what you call it, the one that does all the head shaking and stuff, that needs to come back in. Okay, so it's starting to slow itself down. Air brake engaged. We're going to go with flaps 1. Just the amount of add-ons, buses, maps. Like some maps are like 10 gig sometimes. Okay, flaps 2. Gear down. Flaps full. It should take us down past this one. We'll see. There you go. So this will bring us pretty much all the way to minimums, and then it'll go and it'll disengage, and we'll take over for just the flare basically, and that's RMP. It's that easy. Okay, quick check, just everything's in order. Flaps are full, speed brakes are up, low auto brake is set, our lights are set, everything else is good. Bit boring that I'm not flying it myself, but just to show you. It is a short runway. There should only be about 400 feet spare for us, I think. So you need to make sure you get yourself down on the markers. Mads, I have a license. I can fly a plane. Not a jet, but I probably could fly a jet. Yeah, James, you just let it keep coming in. And you'll hear the minimums, and then they'll go, and then basically you just do the last little bit yourself. And so that's, in some respects, it just guides them all the way down. Still, if you have bad weather, you can use RMP.
1,000.
Also, it's funny that I've only got 3 red and 1 white. All red, you're dead. So it seems a bit low. Anyways, it's okay. I'm sure it'll fix itself. So RNAV used to be IMV, but they changed it to RMP. It was something that was changed about 3 years ago. But yeah, basically RMP is RNAV. Yeah, so 670 now. Just be ready. So that's all we've got to be here now. Just ready for this. For disengaging. Just in case it doesn't, I just got the button ready.
Above. 500.
Okay, 500, check.
400. Minimum.
Right, so it should disengage soon. There you go.
300.
So we've disengaged at minimums, and we just got to finish the job now.
200.
Over the trees would be good. Oh god, I haven't flown this plane in ages.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
For some reason my auto brake didn't turn off when I turned it off on my thing. Okay, flaps up. I didn't actually check the airport. Have I got to go? Oh, friggin' hell, we got to turn around down here. Okay. Right, we can use this little area to turn around. Don't know what the landing rate was. Yeah, the auto brake. I think I need to sort my brake buttons out. Oh no, see, that's park and brake. So yeah, I don't have a brake button properly. But yeah, the auto brake was supposed to come off, but for some reason on the quadrant it didn't. Oh no, 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 I've disconnected my joystick. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to park it here. I think I've just ripped the wires out of the joystick again. Basically, the dog ate the USB part of my joystick, and I soldered it back together, and I've just pulled it on my feet. Okay. Oh god, we're gonna have to abandon it there. Alright, what did I get for landing rate? 307. That's about usual. Yeah, I'll show you what I did. Okay, it looks like the wires are okay. As you can see, the casing's broke again. But yeah, I had to resolder the wire because the dog ate it. But yeah, I don't know. I have to check them wires again now. my fault. Trying to kick that out up underneath me. Yeah, we're alive. We can get the ambulances and stuff out. You'd think they'd cut some more of these trees out, wouldn't you? I wouldn't mind, but the airport actually looks quite nice. Like I said, the freeware stuff is not bad in this game. Look, they've got the ambulances over there. They were waiting for me, look. I was a bit heavy on putting the nose down, to be fair. Hey, he was a puppy when he ate it. No, I shouldn't really leave a plane like that, but I had no choice because I ripped my controller out again, so... And you gotta remember, Stormo, I'm only an A319, so I do stop faster than you. This is when I pulled my joystick out. But look, they're waiting for me. I think the airport looks quite nice. On the markers, pretty much. Let's just go have a quick look at that airport. Where is it? Oh, it's all the way down here. Like, the default stuff isn't bad. Like I said, they were waiting for me. I had one place to park. That's doing a Microsoft Flight Simulator. He doesn't know what he's at. Yeah, the default stuff is not actually that bad in most airports now, to be honest with you. Okay, so there we go, guys. Hopefully the other fellas on the virtual airlines, have they landed yet? Let's have a quick look. Stormo landed at -132. Nice. That was a good 307. We obviously have Jamesy still to come in at some point. He'll have to let us know what his landing is. He's not too far away now. Both on final approach, those count. So thank you for the few guys that have flown with us tonight. Nice to see that some of you are coming back to the virtual airlines now as well. We like that. But yeah, look, we'll be back tomorrow. Now, tomorrow I'm probably going to be playing Chef's Life because it had a new update and a new DLC today. So we're going to be probably doing some cooking tomorrow night. That's probably the plan. It's a major update as well. So the cooking lab now means we can make our own recipes, which looks pretty interesting. So yeah, we've been doing a little bit of that recently. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, thanks everyone that's been here. And hopefully I will see you all soon. Bye for now.